The six-star constellation known as Auriga has been observed as far back as the Bronze Age, but its secrets continue to reveal themselves to cosmologists today. Here to tell us about it is Eddie Whisler, Director of Planetarium and Outreach at the Museum of Science and History. Eddie, good morning.
Hey, good morning. It's always a fun morning.
What is up with Auriga? Why have you got this on the brain right now?
Because it's that time of year,
Uh-huh.
right? If we were to go out tonight just after the sun goes down and it gets dark enough to start seeing some stars overhead, even in your, don't be right under a street light, but you can get to a darkish part of your neighborhood, look up, and almost directly overhead, there's this awkward looking pentagon that you'll see overhead, and that is Auriga.
So this is something we can see better in the wintertime?
Yeah, because our planet slews around, right? Like it orbits around the sun, and so if you imagine our planet being around the sun, you can't see the stars on the sun side of your planet. But if you wait 6 months, your planet comes around that side of. And now on the nighttime side, you're able to see the stars that you weren't able to see 6 months earlier. So
Gotcha.
this is a seasonal thing.
This is the time to see Auriga. Tell us about its kind of mythology. This is looks like a pentagon,
Yeah,
as you
yeah.
said, but it's
It's
actually supposed to represent a charioteer,
yeah,
which it doesn't resemble in the slightest. I'm just going to say,
Oh, let's just say that almost none of them resemble the thing that you want them to
right?
be, right? But it's weird with Auriga because it contains the sixth brightest star, Capella, and we could talk about Capella if you want. And yet, its mythology is not cleaned up. It's very messy. Charioteer, but then also a herdsman of goats. The charioteer has goats as the charioteer's animal.
And it
It,
doesn't have a chariot.
yeah, you know,
It's complicated.
yeah, it's full of ambiguity historically, where other ones are straightforward. Orion is the hunter, and he's wearing his belt, and
Hmm.
he's got his stories, and so
So
sometimes you get this.
I alluded to the fact that this is a constellation that we're learning more about. We continue to learn more about. What is helping us learn more? Is it just the technology? What's evolving?
Yeah, so I don't know in a historical context how we might be learning more about stories that were told in terms of anthropology, the study of humans long ago telling these stories. But in terms of what is in the constellation, we are making better and better telescopes, and we're utilizing those over the course of years, learning more about the objects that are way deeper out. So if you think of this awkward pentagon as like a frame of a window that, the stars are nearby, relatively speaking. They're impossibly far in one way, but they're relatively close in our neighborhood of stars surrounding our sun, through which we look out way beyond and we find things like clusters of stars that have formed tens of millions of years ago and are loosely separating from each other as they leave the grouping that they were all formed in. We find star forming regions inside of clouds of dust and gas that are out there. The Tadpole Nebula is a perfect example of one that's inside of this constellation. And then way beyond that, 5 billion light years away, there's a collision of four galaxy clusters that are supermassive, and astronomers use them in a lot of different ways to talk about the larger structure. So there's things that are nearby, the stars that make up the constellation, and then there are the things that are further out in our own galaxy, like star forming regions and open clusters. And then there are the things that we look way far out and we see happening on intergalactic scales.
And so there are advanced technologies, better telescopes that
Hmm.
allow us to see farther, but there's also something that you've talked about called gravitational
Lensing.
lensing.
Hmm.
How does that work in the context of this constellation?
The 22nd version.
That's all I have time for.
Yep. These massive galaxies sit on space and time and bend light the same way that a lens bends light, right? You hold it up and now you can magnify a thing These gravitational lenses act like magnifiers before they get to our telescope, so they allow us to see things even farther out. So this gigantic structure, 5 billion light years away, bends light so that we can see the galaxies that are 10 billion light years away much better than we normally would. You have a lens before it gets to the telescope, so that's powerful.
Eddie, you always make our brains kind of half explode.
And then when it recovers, it's so much better,
It is
right?
better. It's
It's like
sort of
working
like,
out like that.
yeah, it is sort of like a muscle that's getting stronger every time we see you every month. Um, Eddie Whisler, we can see you around town at
Around,
places. Is there a place
I
coming
love it.
up?
Yeah, like this afternoon, I'm going to Wyndham Lakes. I'm in retirement communities. I'm in schools. I was just at a school a couple days ago. And I'm out and about during summer camps and stuff like that. So
Pending the next planetarium.
pending the next planetarium, and
All
then you
right.
can come see me. And then
Ed-
we'll keep going out to people, even when we have that planetarium, because why not?
Eddie Whisler, thank you so much for coming on
You're
today.
super welcome. I love it.